Hey guys, Ellie from the YouLi support team here to talk to you a little bit today about our trip coordinator role. This trip coordinator role is someone that you would want to have just on that one specific trip. This is likely someone who's not in your travel company or someone that you want to add onto your YouLi account. This is someone who perhaps is, if you're working with school groups, a teacher, or if you're planning a yoga retreat, maybe one of the yoga instructors. It's someone who is a part of the trip on the planning side, but not someone who you want to be able to maybe see payments or change payments. This is not someone who maybe is going to be changing the itinerary. This is someone who you want to see all of the attendees, the travelers on the trip. You want them to be able to say hello, communicate with them, maybe respond to them, but not someone who's helping you really, truly plan the trip from the back end. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is how to share or how to add a trip coordinator onto one of your trips. So I have now clicked into my volcanoes, rainforests, and beaches Oh My trip. To add a trip coordinator, I am going to go to the Manage Trip Planners tab. And here you can see that I have already added a trip coordinator role because I'm going to walk you through that experience for the trip coordinator as well. But I added this trip coordinator by going to add user on the right hand side. I'll show you an example email and then you click continue. Here you select the role, and in this case, we're talking specifically about the trip coordinator role. You'll add that person's full name, and then you will decide if you want that person to show up on the trip page, right? You want to decide if that person is someone you want the travelers to see. You then click add. And then once you click add, this trip coordinator that you've added will get an email to the inbox that you sent or you added as their email in YouLi. And from there, they will be able to come into the trip. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and show you the email that you get as the trip coordinator. So once you add that person to the trip you want them to be a trip coordinator on, they will get this email. They'll be able to click here and set their password. And I went ahead and did this. So you can see here, this is what they will then be able to log into once they set their password. So I accept and continue, and I can see on my trip coordinator role on YouLi, I have the trip that you shared with me. So I click over into that trip, and as you can see, the trip coordinator role only has these limited options on the side. It's because they can help manage those optional items, as in they can see what's on the highlights, they can see who's responded or who hasn't, who's going, right? They cannot add any items. They also can see the people that are coming on the trip. They can view as the person, which then allows them to be able to answer questions such as finishing tasks for that person. So they can go in and view or send that person the magic link so that they can access their trip. They also have the ability to email and communicate with attendees as well. They can pull a list. They can also help edit some of the information as well. The trip coordinator role also has the ability to manage tasks. They are able to help you, right, manage the things on the back end of the trip, but not change the trip itself. So again, you can see, they can see how many people responded. As I showed you before, they have the ability to finish tasks as the traveler for you as well. And they also are able to manage resources and uploads. So they are able to add any PDFs or documents, and they are also able to see what your travelers have uploaded to the trip as well. This trip coordinator role is super incredible and powerful for you to be able to add people to trips who you do not want to add to all of your trips. If you have any more questions about the different roles that people can have on YouLi, check out our help center where we outline everything you need to know about the different YouLi roles for you.